When they first launched, I took everyone every time they had one. So I've probably attended probably a total of 12 or 13, and now I'm doubling back. The primary ones that I attended was around regulations, what the requirements were, also in terms of what entails for a site visit. I also attended one where the Los Angeles Police Department was there that talked about regulations and talked about sort of what were some of the drawbacks to dealing with individuals who were non-licensed cannabis operators. We also talked about, there was also a webinar where we were able to kind of give our feedback about marketing, and more importantly, the one about the different types of delivery. But what I find is that with the webinars, I see them as an opportunity for me to manage my expectations. Well, when this first came out, everybody was hyped because everybody saw dollar signs. And it was a mad scramble to find a property. Folks spent, money. In some cases, were spending $10,000 a month, and they still hadn't had a lot. They hadn't qualified or even been able to submit the licensing. And so my expectation is that this was not going to happen overnight. It was not going to happen in 3 months. It was going to happen in 6 months. That this is going to take a process, and I have to manage my expectations in terms of being a social equity partner with 51% of zero, and a partner over here with 49% and millions. How do you manage that? How do you manage my expectations in terms of what I can bring to the business, as well as his expectation of what he hopes to get out of it? And just being able to manage both of us, because these are two different cultures here. One is I'm a grassroots community organizer, nonprofit individual, 74 years old, black, LGBTQ, two spirits. Here's an Asian millennial. That's different right there. But the common ground that we found was that we wanted to serve seniors. Our focus, our population was seniors, that we wanted to provide a compassion and education and information and wellness to this population. Yes. You ain't seen nothing yet. You better Google me. Oh, hey, oh, hey. She's a bad mama jamma. Just as fine as she can be. Hey, 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 hey. She's a bad mama jamma. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Just as fine as I can be. Look like poetry in motion. Yes, I am. Watch me. Dip, dip, dip.
That's going on the video.
Hey! Hey, baby.
We're gonna fit it in.
We're going to fit it in because it's all about life. It's all about experiencing. It's all about understanding that I trust the process of life, that I am part of the rhythm and flow of life. And if I just trust the process of life, knowing it will bring me my highest good.
What do you want us to ask you? What did we not ask that you'd like to communicate?
Ask me the question, what could a city done differently?
Love it. What could the city of Los Angeles done differently now?
I think the city, with all its intent and its efforts, first of all, your woman's job, right? However, in hindsight, for me, we are talking about two different cultures here, where you have investors, business people, and then you had a group of folks who had been disadvantaged. If we're talking about creating equity, then there's a middle ground. And I think that what should have happened is that as you identified and qualified those social equity applicants, you should have been identifying and qualifying investors who then they're being coached on, hey, this is going to be a different thing for you because you're not going to have the majority share of this business. It's going over here to this disadvantage so we can level the playing field and create equity. By creating those two silos, you begin to create a new industry that embraces social equity and creates what I call and what society says is social entrepreneurship, where you take a for-profit that creates a revenue, an ongoing revenue stream for the work that the Good Samaritan needs to do. Feeding folks, clothing folks, housing folks, nurturing folks. And so for me, I think the process of life allowed me to identify, first off, an investor identified me. We partner. And now as I learn the business can continue to grow and build. And we have the like mind of wanting to serve people, to change their lives in a way. And that's what social equity means. That's if we're going to address the war on drugs, if we're going to address institutional racism, we have to level the playing field. And there's ways in which we can do that by coaching folks, not training folks. Because seals and dogs are trained, coached, people are coached to their full capacity. And so that's what I think needs to happen is continued coaching of individuals, both in terms of the investor as well as the social equity applicant.